regret it in 2022 and tip-top snack bar.
Hello everyone, hello and welcome to a new edition of the Swis and Jon Show. I am Swis and I'm here with my friend Jonathan. How are you, Jonathan?
Hey, Swiss, I'm very good. How are you? You sound a little bit sick still.
Yeah, I feel like shit actually.
Okay, you feel my age, or what do you want to say?
Maybe mentally it's coming there. Yeah. I have been sick for the past 2 weeks.
So you know the feeling that when you go to sleep, you don't know if you wake up the next morning.
Wait, is that your situation?
Oh, welcome to my life. Actually, when I turned 40, my brother told me, look, if you wake up in the morning and you don't feel pain, you're dead.
Oh my God, no, don't say that. That's terrible. But yeah, I've been sick all along.
Yeah. Has it been hot in Geneva?
Yeah, it's still
weekend?
hot. It's still like 32.
Okay.
A bit better than because before it was like 38, 40. Now it's still around 32, but it's still too hot in my opinion.
Yeah.
Last week I was in the UK.
Oh, okay.
I did a full week in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really nice in Bristol. And guess what? The only day I could have met Tickers, he was actually sick. So,
yeah. That's too bad.
Bad circumstances.
So why Bristol?
Because I was going to a festival right next to Bristol.
Uh-huh. What bands have been playing? Is it metal or what?
Yeah, it's a death metal festival.
Oh,
and we had a few big names, and it was it was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the metal community is so much better than anything else I've ever seen. Such nice people, just awesome.
But
so much better than. Sorry.
All of them need hearing aids at the age of.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, yeah, probably.
So it was a festival. So you took a tent and were camping.
Yeah, with a friend. We had a tent and we slept 4 days over there.
Shitting in a bucket?
No, not that bad.
Okay.
We had the accommodation given by the festival, but yeah, everything else was in the tent.
Okay. So how much alcohol did you have?
Not that much actually. Because I was sick. I just didn't felt like getting hammered every night. And it was also a bit exhausting. I just wanted to have a good time.
Have you ever been to Wacken?
Oh yeah. I've been the last 3 years in a row. But the year during COVID, it was canceled.
Yeah, I think it was canceled.
I still had the tickets that went to next year, and it was canceled again. And somehow I lost the tickets during the next transition.
Dang.
So this year I was not able. But guess what? I already have tickets for next time.
Oh, That's
Which
good
means
because
that, and you know what I want to do now? Because
Mhm.
what we used to do when I was going to Wacken, so for people who don't know, Wacken is very far north in Germany, close to
it's
the
just
Danish.
around the corner.
It's close to the Danish border.
Yeah, it's just around the corner from me.
For you, yeah. For me, it's very far north. So what we used to do is me and my friend, we would do one night in Berlin and have a beautiful, the beautiful nightlife in Berlin.
Mhm.
Actually, really cool. Then we would go to Hamburg, then to Itzehoe, and then to Wacken, like half a day to go to
Oh,
Wacken. But it would be really nice. And what I would like to do now is actually stay a bit longer in Hamburg
mhm.
because I never stayed like a night in Hamburg. I
Yeah, you
only like
can when you
transition.
have when you have your tent, you can camp in my garden. I'll give you a ticket.
Right. Can we play really loud music?
No,
No.
I'm old. I'm old. I'm old and boring. I'm gonna call the police.
But yeah, it would be really nice if I could actually meet you
Yeah,
at that
yeah.
point. I would
That's
come like 2 or 3 days before, and we could have
yeah.
like
No,
a
no.
little.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Mrs. Higgins will cook you some of her famous food.
Ooh,
And
some currywurst.
no. She's far better than that. If
Ah.
I'm alone, then I will make you currywurst. But Mrs. Higgins will give you something better, I guess.
It's like a peasant dish.
Oh, it's since I'm married, I gained 25 kilos or something like that, and that is only because of the cooking of Mrs. Higgins, I must say.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Okay. No, it's interesting.
Yeah, no, it's very good. No, you're welcome. We have a guest room here, so you're welcome to stay. And unless you play that music, then Mrs. Higgins will kick you out.
So yeah, fun times ahead, fun times before.
Mhm.
We
Yeah, but
are
hopefully we will meet before maybe next spring when we will
well.
be in
Hopefully,
southern
when
France again.
your watch is ready,
Yeah,
the
yeah. That is another thing. Yes. Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
actually, I'm gonna meet Alex in his atelier once again, but it's because we have the Geneva Watch Days next week,
Oh. Okay.
and I don't know how, but I have a small Instagram group, like a little Geneva Watch Club. With just a few friends,
Mhm.
nothing too crazy, and one of them actually managed to have an appointment with all the interesting brands.
Wow.
Like a press review appointment. Like we really have like 1 hour presentation privately with the brands in the hotel. It's
Mhm.
absolutely crazy. We have like Urwerk, MBNF, Giapego, Chapek, all the interesting brands. It's gonna be
Wow.
awesome. And in the end, we end the day by meeting Alex in his atelier.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Is there any chance that you do live stream? Maybe not. I think the
No
bandwidth
chance, no chance
and
at all.
and I think it will distract you from the novelties. I think you'd rather fondle them
But
than
I will be able to take a shit ton of photos
yeah.
and
Mhm.
maybe even videos.
Yeah.
Did you see the last few? Moser just came with this crazy Vanta Black Tourbillon full gold streamliner,
Yes, and I
which is
have some opinions.
yeah, which is what I don't like is that they've discontinued all the other streamliners,
Mhm.
which ah.
But that is not true. That is not true because when you sent me the message that H. Moser discontinued the Streamliner, I went on the webpage of H. Moser and I could pre-reserve the Streamliner Chrono, and I did. And I received a
Uh,
message. I received a message from H. Moser
oh,
from the
really?
yes.
So maybe it's only the three-hander.
I don't know, but
I
I
don't know,
received.
but
Yeah,
I know that the three-hander is gone.
Mhm.
Like, no chance.
So I received a message from H. Moser, and they asked for a 30% deposit. Told me that I would
Which
get
you
the
gave.
watch in 2023, and price increases will be added. So that was the deal that they offered me. Actually, I will now take that angle and ask them if they are willing to transfer that reservation to a befriended AD of mine, who may give me a little bit a better price. So that is now what I'm trying to do.
Ooh.
Because they confirmed it already, you know. But my AD friend, he will tell me, yeah, there are no slots. I tell him I have a confirmation from H. Moser, so just let's move it to you. So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
So talking about, you've been already talking about Sven Andersen. Maybe you present us the
you had a little
breaking news.
update.
Yes.
Let me bring it up.
So last update about my world timer was that the dial was cracked by the printer, and that it had to be redone. I hope to receive news in the next 1 or 2 weeks.
So the update is that now even the rotor is cracked by the printer.
No, actually not. Actually not.
There it is.
That is the rotor.
Look at that beautiful rotor.
Yeah,
Beautiful
so
details.
I may catch you on the wrong foot, but can you show the standard rotor on
Give
the
me 1 second.
BCHH? So meanwhile, I say hello to the people in the chat. Hello, Marcelo. Danger Will Robinson is spreading fake news about Piruka. In my opinion, Piruka must be banned from all platforms. I like to watch is here. Mentioning the Poo Poo Brown watch again. Thank you very much for reminding us. Rangers fan 1994 is here, says hello, and our friend Muhammad Ali is also in the chats. Whole Milk is giving some comment about the heavy metal festival, and now we have
there was many things that were stronger. I don't touch any of this, especially in England. I was kind of shocked. Like they have some stupidly strong stuff.
Yes,
like,
and weird stuff.
Fentanyl, ketamine, all the. You know, you're like, wait, are you doing chemotherapy or what's going on?
Yeah, but aren't you a chemist guy?
Yeah, and these things are strong as fuck. Okay. I mean, you have to be careful.
Yeah, you could be an explorer.
Oh, I'll let you try.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we have KB Lake here. Great program, thanks. It's always important to
Danger is saying, what if it's impossible to print the dial? What's happening?
Well, then we leave the dial unprinted. So I think
here's the rotor, the standard rotor.
That is the standard rotor with a guillochage, which reminds me a little bit of clouds. And now
you're gonna ask me to bring the other watch.
No. Okay. I would like to highlight one more detail on that movement, because I hope that we come to this article about Anglage. Just have a look at those 2 big ratchet wheels, because Sven Andersen is even angling those toothes and polishes them, which is also a lot of effort and extra effort. And they polish the spaces between the tooth. Keep that in mind when we later come to independence and Anglage and hand decoration and stuff like that. You don't see that very often. Those
So wait, this rotor is blue and yours is not blue?
yes, because
Are you having it blued or not?
yes, it's gonna be blued. That is the next
Okay.
process. So it's now guilloché or outfitted with guillochage.
Yeah.
Next
you
step
should.
is the heat bluing process.
Yeah. So you
And I
will
hope
have
that it's already blue, but Alex is a little bit slow
you
to
have a
reply.
Smurf rotor.
Yeah, so
And
the color should be here.
you also have the pearl
Yes, the mother of
rim right
pearl
there, right?
movement ring. Yes. And Benjamin Chi told me that I could have it engraved or printed with my name, but in my opinion, Benjamin Chi should be credited on this watch, and also Sven Andersen, because they are doing an amazing job on those watches. So why deleting those company names? I don't see the point. Are you writing
I'm just gonna
emails?
show the watch that you're taking the guillochage from. If I can find a nice photo of it. There it is.
So,
So
what is a Kintsugi dial?
maybe something from Seiko. Kintsugi.
So
It's the new poetic variant of the.
yeah,
So this is the pattern that you chose for your.
exactly, yes.
You can see this pattern there.
Yeah, because when I see so this jumping hour is also absolutely mind-blowing in real life. That is Sven Andersen normal collection, no connection to Benjamin Chi, and I really like that pattern because it's very unusual. It gives that three-dimensional impression of triangular holes. If you look at it,
Yeah.
I really love that pattern.
So it's gonna be the same blue as here, right?
Yes, hopefully, yes. I think that blue is a little bit brighter than the blue on the normal rotor, and I hope that they manage to make it a little bit brighter. And that is part of the customization that is possible with those little watch companies. Go to Patek and ask or tell them if to have a special kind of guillochage on the rotor and see what happens then.
Yeah, 150,000 at least.
Yeah. So Holmig says King Tsugi is the Japanese art of repairing broken pottery.
Hey, told you.
Actually, okay, that is a good idea, but they're producing the dial again, and I hope that we will see the broken dial in very soon.
Oh, you think? Should I ask on Tuesday to show?
Oh yes, please. Oh yes. Actually, I'm gonna send Alex a message to get the broken dial ready for you.
Okay.
If that's okay
That's
for
gonna
you.
be interesting. Yeah.
Okay.
Because the dial itself is on what's the basis of the?
As far as I know, it's white gold.
White gold. Yeah. And when they print is usually with those.
I think I think it is a kind of it is like a micro painting, so it's a kind of paste that consists of gold.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So basically, it was very bad luck.
Sounds like that, yes. Thank God I have one or two more watches. By the way, I just
What about the other watches? What about the Chapek? What's happening?
Wait. So my AD told me that he has like 250 orders on Chapek Transatlantiques. I'm due in August, so it should be my turn. He told me I'm position number 35. I didn't ask him how many he got. No, I think I asked him and he told me a handful so far. So yeah, my position, I don't think that I will get the Chapek within this year.
And I don't remember. Did you order the what's it called? The Laurent Ferrier?
No, I
No,
haven't.
you didn't.
No, I haven't because my AD only gave me 10% discount.
What a thief.
Yes.
Okay. What else? What else?
Well, the Doxa arrived, and I must
Yes,
say,
the Doxa. So this
yes.
watch right here.
Mhm.
So you have it with the white rubber.
With the white rubber, yes. I know that it's getting dirty very quick, but in my opinion, this combination looks much better than with the black dial. And here it is.
Yeah.
So,
did you have to size yourself by cutting the?
Oh, of course, yes. Yeah. So what you basically do is you cut it just step by step. So you just cut it by one hole on the side, then give it a try, then cut the other side, one hole, and then you're getting closer and closer. That is how I do, because it's like cutting hair. Once it's too short, it's too late.
Right.
Took me 5 minutes.
Pretty nice.
Yes. What can you go back to the other picture, because here you can see a kind of flying saucer shape of the watch. If you understand what I mean, this kind of shape, I must say, is not very attractive, but it doesn't carry over when you're really wearing the watch. So the watch looks very much different. What I like is that sharp rim. Made out of forged carbon fiber, which looks really cool, and the white printing on the crown.
Yeah.
By the way, the bezel itself is also carbon fiber, bezel and insert.
I mean, from this angle, it looks from all angles, it looks really good. I really enjoy this watch.
Yes, and if you compare it to
rather thin, huh?
Yeah. If you compare it to the steel one, in my opinion, that is putting it to a totally different level. That is an entirely new level of this particular watch.
That is a pretty watch. Yeah, and I don't remember. Does it have the fully loomed?
Yes, it is fully loomed. Haven't I sent you a picture of the loom?
I'm not sure of the loom. No.
1 second. I'll send the picture to you. Yes. So have a look. This picture is not very good because both hands are covering each other. I just wanted to emphasize that on this particular watch, the minute hand is highlighted. It's very bold and very prominent. And that has something to do with the fact that a professional divers designed this particular watch. Because when you use this watch as a diver's watch together with a bezel, the focus is on the minute hand. The hour hand are not relevant when you're diving with pressured air. So that broad minute hand is also part of the heritage and the thought process that is going on.
Oh, I just got it.
Oh, Danger Will Robinson says, definitely not an old man watch. Yes, I try. When you're old, you try to be younger through your watches. So here you can see two different loom colors on the dot on the bezel, on the hands, and on the minute markers. You can see the blue loom, and the rest is screen room. This watch shines like a torch. I must say, with my old eyes, I have difficulties reading it in the night. It takes me half a minute or something to really make out which is the hour hand and which is the minute hand by night. Because I have pretty good eyesight in the night when it comes to bright and dark spots, but I'm not able to focus very sharp. Not sure about you, but
I'm good. I'm
yeah.
young.
Fuck you. What I really like, and you can see that on the picture, the logo, the Doxa logo is in the left hand corner, which is very unusual because usually all watches are signed in the center, and that gives a special touch,
a little something.
Yeah, it's different, and that is why I like it. The only negative so far is the fact that the deployant buckle is made out of PVD coated steel, while the container of the watch is in titanium. So, in my opinion, Doxa should really have done that in titanium. But I understand that this carbon fiber line is very new, and probably they are not selling a lot of them. So creating a particular titanium buckle will be too expensive. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
What I really like is the adjusting. It has some micro adjustment. The buckle with a second set of pushers. Yeah, you see the pushers here at the other end. If you push those pushers, you can extend the micro adjustment.
Yep. And your watch still has the stickers?
Of course not. Of course not. No, I take great pleasure removing those stickers.
Right. Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy. Wore it quite often, but it still stands. Every day I'm wearing my Porsche design chronograph. So I'm changing watches, but at the moment I'm wearing the Doxa just to celebrate the moment.
Yes. Right. So shall we go to the main topic of today's episode?
Mm-hmm.
So
I hope that OC listens to that.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see. So we have a beautiful little article right here. In praise of Anglage. Exceptional hand-finished Anglage is difficult, small, and expensive. So the big brands have given up. Few seem to have noticed or seem to care. Thank God for the indies. And this I have to give a shout out to Marco, who actually made me realize that the new Patek Philippe movements do not have internal angles anymore. So yeah,
well,
to
be honest, the old ones didn't have internal angles as well, unless we're talking about minute repeaters or very high complicated. If you
I don't know.
Yeah.
All I know is that you pay 30,000 and you don't even have one.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Whereas
so
my Vacheron has 3.
It has? Okay. Did you find them? Yes.
Yeah. Anyhow.
So this article is really interesting. Maybe we just can come back to internal angles and explain to the viewers what we are meaning when we're talking about internal angles.
Let me focus.
Yeah.
There we go.
So first of all, what is Anglage? Usually, watchmakers are taking a piece of metal and they create a bevel around the outer edges. which is done with a kind of file. And in the old days, those angles have been polished, and that was it. And when you move a watch of this standard, all bevels are shining at a certain angle, and all of them light up. So what is difficult to make? Maybe Swis, you want to explain it?
So yeah, basically, Anglage, I would say, is one of the most prestigious finishing, achievements. Like when you talk about a movement who has hand applied, because you can also have, for example, if you take JLC or even now Audemars Piguet, if you take some of their movements, you can see that they have the beveling, which in French is anglage, angle, anglage. It means that you make the angle. They can be just simply machine made, which takes all the magic out. Even what's it called? Omega. Some Omega movements has machine made anglage, and you will see it's just like
Patek.
it just has it. You can see it's very sharp, and it's like a flat beveling. Whereas over here on this photo, you can see that this one is rounded, and this has to be done by hand.
Yes.
And it's very tedious, very delicate, and very annoying, very expensive. And you need a watchmaker who knows what he's doing. You cannot take the first monkey who's...
Yeah, because otherwise that angle is not, the width of that angle is not constant. So if you employ a dummy like me, you will have all kind of width in that bevelage. So it's really very difficult to work with that constant beveling or anglage.
Yes. And then we have the angles. So the anglage of the angles, where you can see you have external angles, which is over here, right there to the bottom part, which you can see it's already annoying because you have to make this transition right there look perfect. They basically do this under a microscope, and it has to look perfect. It has to be mirror polished. It has to be, as you said, has to be perfect. But the external angle is not the most difficult part. The really, really interesting part is the interior angles. And you can see here, internal angles. It's actually those who meet up over here. And you can only imagine how difficult and annoying it can be to polish an interior angle like this.
Yeah, because if you don't want to have that transitional that pointy part, you don't want to screw that up.
Yeah.
And that is the art of anglage, because you shouldn't touch the other side of that angle.
Absolutely.
So Danger Will Robinson is trolling me. You can't use a Dremel here. No, definitely not. You have to do that by hand. By the way, Swis, I'm still wrapping my head, because I'm calling them inward angles. Some other people are calling it internal angle, and so I'm not sure what the true word or definition is. I called them inward angles.
I don't know either, so we can go with inward angle.
Okay, so maybe we are creating a new term here.
Right.
So yes, but the main problem is those internal angles have not been very popular. I kind of disagree. And by the way, I'm just putting that that article in the comments. If somebody is interested, they can read it. So the author is complaining about the lack of inward angles. I agree with him partly, but in my opinion, inward angles is not the only benchmark that you should justify a movement of, because
Right.
yes, I know inward angles require a lot of manual labor, so it has to be handmade because of the nature of it. On the other hand, there are other factors that come in, and there are watch companies that deliberately avoid inward angles. Or, for example, my micro artist Grand Seikos, one has one inward angle and the other one doesn't have one.
Yeah, but
So
a huge one. It's like a display of.
yes,
It's like flexing, right?
yeah. So yes, so this is the new automatic movement by Patek Philippe, and the author makes a point that they are avoiding those inward angles by rounding them, which certainly makes it possible to have it machine finished. I agree with that. If you really put an effort in, you could make a sharp angle and do that. But Patek doesn't do it anymore unless you buy a minute repeater or a tourbillon. On those watches, you see those inward angles still.
Yes. There was this fun story about when you bought the Celadon. You asked if you could have an inward angle on the movement. And what did the movement maker say?
The reply was it's gonna cost tens of thousands of dollars. So yes, he told me that that it's not possible. I still don't understand how, because he could just do it somewhere, because he's certainly capable of doing it. But so far, I heard a no.
A big no.
Yes. So OC says his weekly fill of Anglage, Tremblage, watch finishing content has been met. We're always happy to serve, sir.
Wait, we're just starting.
Oh, okay.
I guess.
Okay.
Right?
So go ahead.
I don't know. I haven't read the article. Oh wait, but there's a beautiful, beautiful photograph. Oh.
So yeah, you can see some inward angles here.
Yeah,
which are made absolutely
these
perfectly.
Anglage are crazy good looking.
Yeah.
Philippe Dufour is probably known as one of the best watchmaker when it comes to finishing the movement, and right there you can see why. It's just so elegant, so beautiful. And,
I disagree with you here.
I love
because in my opinion there are two new kids on the block who make the Anglage even better.
Recepi, I would say,
yes,
is really a good contender. And who would be the other one? Micro artist?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So we will move to Recepi in a minute. I just want to emphasize, and that is basically my criticism of this particular article. He's focusing on those inward angles too much, in my opinion. And just look at the Geneva stripes that Philippe Dufour does that. They already look puffy and perfect, and those are all hand applied. And so in my opinion, a perfect finished watch movement is not only about the Anglage. It is the combination of things. If you have chatons, the visuals, and so on. So this particular article is focusing a little bit too much on Anglage, in my opinion. But if you scroll down a little bit further, we can see the amazing recepi on the Acrivia. Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No, but this is Acrivia.
This is Acrivia, huh?
Yes. So yeah, I think you have to check for recipes
Let me bring
separately.
it up.
Yeah, because the Acrivia doesn't have those wide rounded bevels. Chronomètre contemporain, or how is it called?
Yep. I need a good photo of the movement. A block to watch, of course. A real photo would be nice. There we go. Watches SJX to the rescue. So this is the chronomètre contemporain.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's the old one, because the new one, in my opinion, has bigger bevels.
Should I look for the other one?
Yes, I think
Okay,
Monochrome made very good.
Oh. What's happening? Be okay. Monochrome. There we go. Do we have a nice photo? There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh my god.
There you go. So that is the widest Anglage that I've seen so far.
Ah, this is amazing.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Look at those. Look at how perfect they look.
I'm not sure if the effect is so strong because those bridges are so thick, so that you can make a very thick Anglage, or if that Anglage is really so wide. What do you think, Swis?
I think they look amazing. But yeah, I see what you mean. Wait,
they look outstanding. I think Recepi's trick is that the material of those bridges is very thick, so his Anglage is looking even more spectacular than normal. And
yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Contrary to the movement that you've seen before, you can see if it's the old or the new movement basically by those two ruby eyes. Those two ruby eyes on top. Maybe Swis can highlight it with his mouse. Yes, those two ruby bearings are for the mainspring barrels. The new one has two of them, and the old one has one, which is then in the center. So that way you can identify the old movement from the new one.
Yeah. But it doesn't have that beautiful rounded bridge anymore.
That is true, yes.
Which was absolutely beautiful.
Yes. I think it was also black polished, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. That bridge is missing.
I didn't think about that before.
But I think the Anglage is better on the new one compared to the old one. What do you think?
Yeah.
I think also 100%. the Geneva stripes look very puffy. So he had a look at Philippe Dufour.
Yeah. This is top notch.
Yes. So I have to see. Are you seeing one on the Geneva watch days? No.
Acrivia, no.
Too bad.
I don't know if he even makes a presentation. I don't know.
I really would like to see those in real flesh to compare it with my Micro Artist studio watch.
Yeah, I would like to.
So here, for
Hey, you
example,
just have to order one.
yes, no, I can't get it. I think even if I had the money for the Recepi, I will not get it because I think
Which you don't.
no, I don't have 100,000 here laying around. Not sure about you, but
No.
Can you pull up the previous picture, because you can see here also high-end movement finishing, but with very thin and slim beveling. So everybody does his own thing, but this Océan watch also has beautiful inward angles. And look at the balance wheel, which is not a wheel. It is basically a kind of hammer, or
Yeah,
how do you say?
it's like a hourglass
like a
shaped
torch.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty cool. Also, the when we talk of finishing, the Grubel Force has those very small anglage, but it's still there. Another one I would think of is Lange und Söhne. It's not very prevalent, but
Yeah.
they still are there and beautiful and perfect. Screw talk on the Recepi. Look how the screws are sunken in. Wait, let's go back.
That is
With the
true, but
anglage.
OC, that is a yawner. So of course, in this kind of quality, those screw heads are sunken in and polished. So that is nothing special. Many other watch companies have that as well. If you wouldn't only collect Rolex, you would know that. By the way, Micro Artist, for example, they also polish the underside of the screws. They not only polish the heads of the screws and those little flanks where the cutout is. That is also polished, but also the underside of the screw is polished by hand with Micro Artist Grand Seiko.
Yeah. Oh, actually, you have a beautiful comparison right there.
Yeah.
You were talking about it before.
Mhm.
One has the anglage, which is there.
Yes, the
and
inward
the other
angle.
one hasn't.
Yes.
Yours has it, yeah?
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
I have both. So
Have
I
both.
have one with and without.
Yeah, that is nice. And you also have this little plaque thing?
No. Fortunately not. So
Optimism.
I have the old version of the movement, and that doesn't have the golden plaque. And I'm relatively happy that it doesn't have.
Nice. You already got it, right?
Mhm.
No. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Good. Beautiful. So when are you flipping it?
No plans yet. No plans yet.
No plans yet. Let's wait for the next Porsche design.
I think I'm okay with Porsche
You're
design.
done with Porsche designs.
Actually, that is the only one that I want. I'm not a big Porsche design aficionado of their current collection. So yes, so I got my fix, and that's it. So Holmilk points out that Orléans in
Oscillon.
is relatively affordable. Maybe we try to find a photo how it looks like. He says 23.5K.
Let's have a look. Ooh, that. Ooh.
So OC, I
Right,
totally
that's
agree.
polished.
That's a great feeling when the underside of your screw is polished. Why not?
Oh, what's happening now? Give me 1 second.
Just keep those Japanese master superstar watchmakers busy.
I'm not sure about that watch, to be honest. Well, it has a constant torque spring. Well, I didn't see that. Where is it? Is that a constant force mechanism? For 20,000? It's pretty good.
We have to research where the constant force spring thing is.
But I'm not sure about that dial. What about
Yes,
you?
me too. It looks like an industrial kind of floor that you can wipe with a machine.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But I applaud them for the movement, and not
Yeah,
sure
the
if they
movement
have
looks really
different dial options. So the movement is pretty cool, and I like the finishing and everything. So yes,
absolutely.
it's easier to change a dial than change the movement construction, I would say.
I think I saw. Oh yeah, it was for the.
Oh, the black polishing of.
Yeah, Lange and Söhne are very
Do you
well
want to
known.
play the video?
Sure, why not? So black polish, for people who don't know, is basically very fine mirror polishing. And when you do it with those very small spare parts, basically when you don't shine the light directly onto it and it reflects into your eye, it just seems black. This is why they call it black polishing. And you can see it's very tedious, very annoying. Yeah, minutes, hours of grinding, days. The part onto I think it's a tin surface with
Yes.
a very fine polishing.
No, I think it's a zinc.
Zinc. Yeah, zinc.
Surface, and here you can see the tourbillon bridge.
By the way, let's go back. Very interesting how they do it. You can see
tourbillon cage.
Excuse me. Yeah, it's the tourbillon
cage top.
Cage top. Yeah, you can see that it is held within a wax matrix.
Yeah, they lacquer it on.
Yeah,
they lacquer it on to prevent.
And by the way, when they do micro engraving, they also use this kind of way to hold the spare parts.
Yeah, that is a very traditional way of holding those.
684 parts that they have to polish by hand.
You know, I still have the feeling that this is a kind of punishment for watchmakers who don't do their job. So that I can't imagine that it is satisfying after doing those rounds for hours. You have a perfectly polished thing. I would get bored after 5 minutes and just leave the company.
Leave the company. All right. So yeah. Is there anything else? Of course, Voutilainen is in the mix.
Yes, so the author of the article says, "Thank God we have the independence because they still take an effort and put those inward angles on their movements, and that is his praise. And I don't find it wrong. Like I said, Patek Philippe didn't make those inward angles on their standard movements for decades now." So I don't see the point, particularly because this Patek movement, I must say, and I'm not Patek's biggest fan, I think their new generation of movement looks much better than the new generation of AP movements.
Oh yeah. The manual movement in the 6119.
Yeah.
Fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it. Let me bring it up.
Would you agree that the modern AP movements don't look very tempting?
I don't like them. No, it's really not good enough.
So Mr. Copper Blue is asking a question. Hey guys, are all Lange watches same Anglage finished? So they all have this kind of Anglage. As far as I know, it's all done by hand. The Anglage on Lange is not extremely prominent. No inward angles as far as I know, but still done by hand. And I personally prefer it over the machine made from Patek Philippe. Do you know about Vacheron, if they're making it by machines or still doing by hand?
They do by hand. In the 56 line, the very cheap one.
They
I
do.
think it's not made by hand in the cheaper one.
That also doesn't have the Geneva seal, doesn't it?
No
56,
Geneva
yes.
seal.
Yeah. Or Patek.
I'm not sure. I
Geneva
didn't
seal.
research that, but
Okay.
I guess it would not be.
So that is a new manual movement by
That is
Patek
beautiful.
Philippe.
I love that one.
Yeah.
Would the Lange Handwerkskunst be better finished? Because they do a big effort on the dial, but also on the movement, don't they?
Well, they partly engrave parts. As far as I know, the Anglage is the same, because Lange takes a pride in that they finish the movements to the same quality, no matter how expensive they are. But Handwerkskunst very often has a higher degree of engraving. Here you can see inward angles.
Yeah.
But that is also, which one is that? Is that Zeitwerk, or what is it? Or is it the 30 days?
1815 Tourbillon.
Okay.
There's another one.
Yeah. So one inward angle, maybe a little bit more here on the top.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Look, there you have some over here. Yeah.
But those that is the kind of Anglage that you find on Lange watches.
Tourbillons, yeah.
No, on Lange watches in general.
Oh yeah, yeah. So let's say 1815.
Oh, we have Design Atelier in the house. Hello, good to see you.
Hey, good to see you, Design Atelier. Do we have a good close-up? Maybe this one. I just want to have a nice photo. There we go. So you can see here the Anglage is not as prevalent as the other ones, but it's still there.
Yep.
When you look at it, even on this wheel, you can see it. Very small Anglage, but it's kind of there, right?
Yep. And to pick up the OC's point, you can see the countersinks of the screws are also polished. They're angled and polished. In my opinion, the next step over that would be the chatons.
Yeah.
So give me countersink polished all day long. I prefer to have a look on a chaton, which is basically a gold ring around the ruby bearing, which is then adjusted with 3 blued screws. I think, in my opinion, that is even more effort than just countersinking a screw.
Okay.
Rohit says he needs an 1815 chrono so bad. Saw one in person and can't get it out of my mind. Well, I think Lange chronos are getting more and more unobtainium now, unfortunately. I remember the days when you could easily buy an 1815 chronograph for 30,000 US dollars. Nobody wanted them.
Look at that one. Oh, fuck. Wait, what is this? Did it ever come with a bracelet like that?
Yeah, a white gold bracelet. Yes.
Oh. I never really saw those bracelets.
I think
before.
that bracelet also came by Wellendorf. The first ones came by from Wellendorf. Don't get me started on that.
You
Rose
don't
gold
like it?
Oh, I love it. I love
Oh,
it.
you love it. Okay.
I love it. So I so love it. That is the trophy watch for the Concours d'Elegance. So you can't buy this. You can only win it.
Oh, you
when
can.
have
Yeah,
a
you have to
million.
earn it.
Yes, when you have $1 million expensive car which has been restored for another couple of $1 million, and you win the trophy. Yeah.
Like whoever bought that 300 million Mercedes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know that they had a Concours d'Elegance.
You didn't know that the Concours d'Elegance was in Monterey in a couple of days ago?
I didn't know it was even the thing. I didn't know they
really
had
not? Okay.
Concours d'Elegance. No. Damn, they look good.
Yeah, and they feel good when you
feel good.
when you press the pusher. You know, we are delaying our piece of the 7750 from week to week to week because there are so many other things to speak about.
Concorso d'Eleganza, Villa d'Este.
Yeah.
Oh, that's special, man. Fuck. That's really good. That is really good.
I don't think that Lange will ever make this watch like that. Would you accept this watch with an all salmon dial, so without the black subdials?
I guess. Well, yeah, sure. Why not? Does it exist with the old salmon?
No. I'm just giving my friend Anthony De Haas some product
ideas.
Oh, look at that reverse panda. Yes.
Yeah, that
Isn't
is
that
really
gorgeous?
nice too. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful chronograph.
Yeah, but I remember when I was getting more and more active in watching YouTube videos, those 1815 chronographs, nobody wanted them because they were regarded to be cheap datagraphs, and even the datograph was obtainable for a bargain. So those 1815s
you
were
would
really
lose
not
money.
wanted. And it's only a couple of years ago.
Toxic sludge.
Yes, exactly. That was the term that brought me on YouTube. So Swiss, we are now around the 1 hour mark. Should we open the panel?
Sure.
Yeah.
Of course.
So I'm posting the link in case somebody wants to join us. Not sure if we covered all the questions. If you have questions, please post them in the comments or hop on the show. I just posted the link. So far, I can't see any open.
There.
Any open question? OC said, once again, all true. All I typically see is a solid case back because all I have is Rolex. Yeah, we had this discussion a couple of weeks ago, and for example, compared to Panerai, Rolex is still putting a lot of effort in movement decoration compared to the other mass brands.
Yep.
And this Quill and Pat article also rose a very interesting point, very philosophical point, in my opinion, because they said before all that industrialization, watchmaking was an art, and exclusivity was seen in movement finishing. And I blame Cartier for having changed that. Do you know what is Mas de Cartier?
It's a watch.
Yeah, the Mas de Cartier, but it is an entire new concept. And in my opinion, that revolutionized the luxury field, and not only watches. So before the 1970s, Cartier was a very exclusive maker of exclusive watches. They were divided in 3 subdivisions, as far as I know: Cartier London, Cartier New York, and Cartier Paris. They were competing in a kind of way, but also working together. And then there was a guy called Alain Dominique Perrin. As far as I know, he worked in a company that made lighter, and he took over Cartier as the CEO. And the first thing that he invented was the Mas de Cartier line, which meant the tank, which was previously only available in gold, in precious metal. He introduced the line in vermeil, which is gold-plated silver. So to differentiate them from the solid gold, they had different dials and this Mas de Cartier logo. So gold tank back then was like 6,000 Deutschmarks, and the vermeil was 1,550. And what he did was a socialization of luxury, because now those watches were available to people who had far less money, and sales for Cartier went through the roof. It was a tremendous success because it was accessible luxury.
Okay.
But it was not real. It was not true luxury anymore, and you can see that
it was
corroding.
crappy luxury.
Hmm?
It was crappy luxury.
Crappy or Perth luxury. So, but that was the beginning when exclusivity was popularized, and now more and more brands are not putting the effort, and you like the effort in watchmaking.
Yes.
They're not putting the effort in the watchmaking. They put the effort into marketing.
Yeah.
Which is much easier, but unfortunately much more successful.
Yeah.
And this is what I said in one of the first shows. For example, a brand like Grand Seiko, they ask you what kind of collector you are, because if you have a problem about the fact that it says Seiko on the movement or on the dial, it tells you a lot about yourself as a person.
Yeah.
Because you look for the brand, for the cool brand. You're not looking for true luxury or for true handcraftsmanship.
Absolutely.
And that is a discussion I think we had on one of our first shows. Yeah, and that system then was copied. So that approachable, available luxury concept was then copied. Gave, for example, Louis Vuitton a tremendous success because they were not doing those hard cases anymore. Only they became insanely popular as well.
Right.
Right.
I think we can maybe address a few comments and then slowly wrap it up.
Okay. So I think we hear Mr. Copper Blue. I want a Lange Steel Odysseus bad. And I'm on my contact all the time until he signs me up. He said when the list opens again, he will let me know. Oh, that's
or maybe
interesting.
he wants to say, I want to steal a Lange Odysseus bad.
I didn't even know that the order list is closed. I understood Mr. Schmidt a little bit differently, that he said basically we just choose which of the well-known collectors will get the next Odysseus. I'm not sure if they're working with a list. So it
That,
all
you know what? You were talking about marketing, and when you think about it, that is part of marketing.
Oh yes,
Choosing who gets what, big part of marketing.
absolutely. And I had some discussions with my friends on Lange. Maybe they're listening because I was stupid enough to give them the link. I'm the Lange fanboy as can be, but the recent development I really don't like very much how they decided to distribute their items.
Hmm.
And what really upsets me is that they are getting rid of some of their clients from the first hour. There have been some luxury watch dealers that were there from hour one when Lange was presenting their first collection,
Yeah,
and getting rid of those dealers in part, in my opinion, is not a good thing.
bad Lange. Ah.
Okay, so he has a Green Master Cartier Tank 2021. Is it Vermeil, also gold-plated steel? By the way, Cartier went away to make the solid gold tanks cheaper by putting steel case bags on it. Did you see that?
Yeah. I saw those. Yeah.
Yeah, that is also kind of cheapening the concept. So Muhammad Ali says, very true. All the brands are pushing the marketing to create the hype and sell the watches. Few people notice quality watchmaking. I totally agree. And we try to put an emphasis on this point.
Yes.
So Tank Solo as a placeholder. I think a Tank Solo is not bad because it's not gold plated, it's a steel one. Till he can get a rose gold tank, Louis Cartier, very nice. I think we covered Cartier, Louis Cartier and Cartier
Yes.
quite some
We
often.
did.
As much as I criticize them for pushing marketing and so on, but the Collection Privée and some Louis Cartier watches are really incredibly well.
The chinoise.
Oh, don't get me started on that. This is interesting, Speedy Hernandez. Good to see you. But when can we get to the discussion of which Submariner bezel color creams are? What color creams are Twinkies the most? Isn't that all that watch guys care about? Actually, I don't care at all which color a Submariner bezel or dial has. I have great respect for the Rolex Submariner for what it is, but it's not high horology that we try. Yes, that is a Tank Chinoise.
Which one would you pick?
The left one.
Really, with the red and blue?
Yes.
All right.
Or I would pick the right one without the diamonds.
Yeah, but it has to come with the diamonds.
Yeah.
It's basically the same with diamonds. So, I mean,
Here,
or you
Polmec says,
want to have a new discussion about straps?
No, please not. I think I got the sarcasm. I was trying to echo the sarcasm. Maybe I was not good enough with that.
Yeah. Anyhow, I think
we'll wrap it up.
we
Are you
done.
going to bed now with a
Yes.
with a warm water bottle?
Yeah, pretty much. So, guys, thank you so much for following our show today. I hope you enjoyed, and I guess
I'm posting the link again for the after show. Yeah. Maybe alone with me.
I guess we will see all of you guys next time. Until then, have a good one.
Play the trailer.
Yeah, give me 1 second.